Yo, what it do, guys? Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Asta Was Noctis Reincarnation. This is part 3. In the last part, I basically went over on, Asta meeting Libe and the two now having that of a partnership. Even though Asta is a little bit worried of the, anti-magic demon. Not only that, both him and Yuno are heading to the Clover Kingdom for the Magic Knight exam, with Asta showing off his power and strength of the power of the kings. But many of the captains still want to be part of their squad, given that his powers are unknown and is an unknown variant. But even so, Yami still took an Asta as usual, with now him being part of the Black Bulls. So with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? As both Asta, Yami, and Finral now made it to a pretty abandoned building that looks like it's in the middle of the woods outside of the Clover Kingdom's capital, and wonders, what the hell is this place? This your place, Captain, or something? Saying, it's our place. Welcome to the Black Bulls hideout. With saying, what? With then Finral saying, yeah, the captain found this place when he was starting to build up the Black Bulls, actually. So it's now the main headquarters of all the Black Bulls. It's pretty spacious, actually, and pretty homey. So got nothing to worry about there. Saying, but this place looks like a damn dump, though. With then Finral saying, oh, that's not the problem, though. What's the problem? As he was soon cut off by a fireball sending past his face. But then saying, what the hell was that? As looking inside, he sees two magic knights. One with that of a mohawk and having black and white hair with sunglasses, and another one being a blonde-haired kid with lightning magic flowing across his body. And it seems like the two are trying to fight each other, but it seems like it's more a one-sided fight in a way. With then also seeing other members of the Black Bulls, with one actually eating like a bunch of food, one that's actually covered in having that of makeup, and one that's literally speaking to a photo, and another one just laying around with tons of empty bottles, half naked. With then Asta saying, this can't be the real Magic Knight squad. But then Yami saying, yep, welcome to the Black Bulls. With then many of the members of the Black Bulls began noticing Yami. With then the guy with the mohawk saying, yo, Captain, you're back. With then all the other members notice Yami as well. And soon, as both Asta, Finral all walk in alongside him, they all began to crowd around the muscular captain, began asking for favors, buttering him up, and also began, wondering on where he's been. With then soon saying, hey, this guy, you all shut up. This guy right here is our newest member of the Black Bulls. His name is Asta. I know you're going to forget, so don't forget it, Captain. With then Yami saying, you want to say that again? Don't forget it. With then soon emitting his own powerful burst of energy from his body. With soon with Asta not even fazed by it, to be honest. With soon saying, look, if you're trying to threaten me, it's not going to work, dude. Just because I'm a 15-year-old doesn't mean I'm scared. With then everybody was really taken back by this. With then Yami saying, ha, I knew this is why I liked you, kid. As he soon wraps his arm around it, I'm saying, hey, treat this kid with some respect. And also, show him a Black Bulls welcome as well. If you need me, I'm gonna go take a shit. With after saying that, he soon goes off with, everybody looking at the bandana wearing raven haired, blue eyed boy. What's in saying, yo, as each and every one of them began introducing themselves, with some making some, impact with Izuku, and some just, it's not that they didn't make an impact, it's more like they just really, really tried to expect a little bit better from a Magic Knight squad. With then Magna soon saying, all right, whatever. If the captain says that you're a badass, then you're a badass. But however, you gotta prove it to me if you're a badass. It's time for your baptism if you want your Magic Knight robe. Saying, sure, whatever. Let's get it done, so we can get on with it. With then Magna saying, pretty cocky, aren't you? Well then, let's see what you can do. As they head outside of the hideout, with soon Magna saying, all right, Asta, right? Saying, yes, it's Asta. And Magna, right? What I gotta do? With then Magna opening his grimoire saying, all you gotta do is dodge each and every one of my shots and not get hit. Or you can hit my shots too. Depends. Just make sure you don't get hit by anything, that's all. And then hearing that, Asta saying, simple enough. With soon, fireballs begin to erupt from Magna's grimoire. With then saying, are you ready? With then Asta not even using his grimoire, but preparing the power of the kings, as he brings out one of his royal arms, the axe of the conqueror. With then saying, bring it. With soon, a few of them were kind of impressed and wondering about his magic. With soon, Magna begins sending barrage after barrage of fireballs. As for Asta, he began swinging each and every, fireball almost like hitting a baseball, with each one being sent flying over and over and over and over again. As Magna sees each and every fireball being sent back right at him, but not straightly directly at him though. Within Magna saying, you know what? You're really something else, Asta. For that, I'm going to give you my greatest fireball. With soon, a giant fireball was soon emerged from his grimoire. Within Magna preparing his last and final pitch. Within saying, here it comes! As he soon sent it flying right at Asta. Within Asta thinking, axe the conqueror would do, but how about as soon he switches from the axe the conqueror to the mace of the furious. Within he runs straight at it this time instead of just standing in place, and then hits the fireball dead on, sending it flying right back at Magna. Within Magna, unable to see the fireball being sent right back at him, Asta soon ran to the other side and then brought out his grimoire, bringing out the Demon Slayer sword, and then slicing the fireball in half while still holding on to the Mace of the Furious. With soon the fireball being sent flying and creating two explosions in the back, with Magna unable to see what badassery he just saw. Within placing the Demon Slayer sword on his shoulders and the Mace of the Furious right next to him, as saying, "You all right, Magna?" Saying, "Yeah, I totally am. Just what the actual hell?" Saying, if you got hit by that fireball, you will most likely die from that. So I basically was sent by caught the fireball at last minute, cut it in half, and then boom, you're safe. Say, what the hell? Dude, you are a badass. With saying, you really think so? Huh, never thought of myself as a badass. Oh wait, I am a badass. After realizing from the, display that Asta has shown, all the other Black Bull members actually congratulate Asta for getting into the Black Bulls and also saving Magna as well. With soon the blonde-haired boy Lux soon saying, hey, if you're so cool and so strong, you don't mind if we spar? Saying, sure, maybe another time. But right now, I think I just want to take my time and relax. I've been in 2 fights with then Vanessa coming up and saying, here, your magic knight robe. With Asta soon putting it on and thinking, nice. With then she also putting the Black Bull symbol on his headband as well, just as always. Saying, thanks, Vanessa. I appreciate it. With soon she actually blushing a little bit, as again, Asta is a lot more pretty, just like Noctis is after all. Would soon think, don't mention it, kiddo. With then saying, it's gonna be an honor working alongside you guys. I look forward to it. With then, everyone began to cheer. With then Yami saying, yo, finished up the baptism? I didn't think that Magna was brave enough to do it against somebody like you. Saying, I just wanted to humor them for actually. With soon looking right beside Yami, they see a girl that's at least a couple inches shorter from Asta, saying, who's this, Captain? Saying, oh, she's a new recruit just like you. Her name is Noelle. Saying, Noelle, huh? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. With soon, she looking at Asta, within soon going off on her own, without even shaking his hand, saying, wow. Is any reason for that? Saying, it's a long story. You had to ask her for it. I can't just give you it. Oh, come on. I've dealt with stupid crap like that before. Why do I have to do a cryptic crap like this again? With saying, what was that? Ugh, nothing. Just talking to myself, Captain. After that, Asta soon went back to the HQ and settled it, and finally decided to settle in with being shown to his room by Finral, and then getting at least getting some sleep in. However, little that people have known, Asta is that of a deep sleeper and will sleep until freaking noon. After that little mishap, Magna, Finral, and also Charmy alongside Ghosh are kind of annoyed at Izuku being that of a deep sleeper. And with Sood, Asta saying, hey, how many times do I gotta freaking apologize? You guys didn't have to basically try to hit me with all your magic and expect me not to defend myself. With saying, oh, we're not mad. It's that your freaking magic, whatever it is, just decided to deflect every attack right back at us. With that, as they all tried to wake him up, Ghosh actually tried to do the stupid thing using his mirror magic to attack, Asta. And the royal arms soon reflect all of his magic right back at him, sending him flying, with even Luck and Magna being victims as well. Which, when Asta woke up, his entire room has been trashed, now having to get a new room at that until it's repaired. Saying, again, it's your own damn fault. You could have told us that you sleep for a long ass time. Seriously, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. Saying, sorry. Jeez, man. At least those at Hodge Village knows what I'm up with. With soon, Magna begins giving him the same tour as he did in Canon, showing all the facilities in the HQ, like the library, the beast taming room, the bathhouse, and also the meeting room and even also the personal quarters as everyone else as well. As then, as they were about to finish up the tour, they soon see Noelle, with then Magna saying, "Hey there, newbie, where the hell have you been?" With then Noelle soon saying, "Why should I tell myself to simple peasants like you after all?" With then Asta saying, "Oh boy, she's one of those kind of nobles, isn't she?" With saying, "Hey, you're a member of the Black Bulls and I'm your superior. At least try to show some respect, why don't you?" After hearing this, Noelle was actually bound to get pissed. But then Asta soon puts his hand in front of Magna saying, "Forget it, Magna. Can you at least try to show me around? You don't need to waste your time with this." After hearing that, Noelle was actually getting quite pissed, saying, "How dare you disrespect me? I am a royal, you commoner." Saying, "So you're royalty, huh? Well, that shouldn't mean anything, actually." Soon Noelle saying, "What? What do you... A royal should be... You forget. A royal's job is to protect its people. If you're a royal that joined a Magic Knight squad, you should at least try to respect your fellow squad mates as well. That's exactly how things go." Within hearing that, Noelle was getting pissed, as then she fires one of her water balls at Asta. However, instead of being sent at Asta, it was sent flying at Magna. Then soon Asta saying, "Wait, what the? Did that just misfire?" No, she had all intentions to fire straight at me with no holding back whatsoever. And that means she can't control her magic. Soon Magna getting back up, pretty drenched in water, saying, "What the hell was that for? You were trying to shoot at freaking Asta, not me." Saying, "You were just in my way." Then hearing that saying, "Why you? I swear if Captain Yami didn't recruit you, I would." With being cut off, Asta soon walked to Noelle and then grabbed her by her arm, saying, "Hey, Magna, can we finish this later? I need to speak to Miss Royalty after all." Saying, "Hey, let go of me." It's not until we speak first. And there should be a room that's quiet right now. As soon heading through the quarters and heading to his room that's been, destroyed actually. However, surprisingly enough, the door is still intact. Then landing on his bed as he soon tosses Noelle to his bed before bringing up one of the chair and then sitting in it backwards, saying, "Okay then, care to explain why a royal like you has a hard time controlling her magic after all?" Soon saying, "How did you... I could tell you were really trying to aim at me, but it misfired and hit Magna instead. You have horrible control over your magic. And I want to know why. Why haven't you been taught on how to handle your magic well?" Then hearing that, saying, "You don't get it." But of course a commoner like you wouldn't get it. Royals are not supposed to be taught. They're already supposed to know this stuff beforehand, not working at it at all. Why should I? When saying, if you're never taught, that's literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Within hearing that, Asta grips his chair as it's so strong, he begins splitting the wood. Then Noelle begins freaking out, saying, "Because if you were never taught how to control your magic at a proper age, you wouldn't be struggling like this at all. If you have to learn how to control your magic. If you don't, you could get any of your friends or your comrades killed in battle. And a royal, and not only that, your royalty at that. A royal's duty is to the people, not to themselves." Saying, "How do you know what a royal is?" Then standing up as he's right in front of Noelle, with her actually quite nervous, but part of her is also blushing as well, as looking into Asta's eyes. For some reason, he has that of an heir of authority, an heir of royalty, and yet he's supposed to be a commoner. That is what Noelle is thinking right now, saying, I may not be a commoner, but I at least know what a royal should do for its people. A royal has to work hard for their people. A royal has to work hard for those that they care about. That is what a duty of a royal is. The people protect the king, but it's a royal's job to protect the people. After hearing this, Noelle was really taken back by this, as the words actually feel genuine. They feel genuinely coming from somebody that has that of authority of a royalty, of an authority of a king. Saying, who are you? Saying, just Asta. That's it. That's my name, Asta. And not only that, if you're going to be part of the Black Bulls, you're going to need help. You're going to need help being the greatest mage ever. But I also want to know why. Why didn't anyone train you on how to control your magic properly? And not only that, it wouldn't have been so hard to mend if you were properly taught. So why? I want to know why. Within Noelle, I not only know why, but she feels like she can actually open up to Asta, even though she knows barely anything about him. Saying, it's just my family. They blame me for my mother's death. With soon us saying what? As Noelle begins going into detail about when she was born, her mother died at childbirth. And after that, her family had been ostracized her and even saw her as the thing that killed their mother and wife. And since she can't control her magic, they've always saw her as a burden and as a disgrace to the Silva name. After hearing that, Asta couldn't help but clench his fist, and that of frustration and hatred, and that of annoyance, and that of disgust. Within Noelle saying, Asta, now you know. Look, if you were trying to do this to embarrass me for some reason, Asta just straight up hugged Noelle. With soon, she begins being embarrassed and saying, what the hell? What are you doing? Let go. Saying, you can actually let go of that hatred, that sadness, that frustration. Let it all out. I can understand that kind of pain. That kind of pain that comes from being betrayed by your own family. Let it all out. Letting within Noelle couldn't help but actually listen to Asta and cry from all the years of abuse and pain and ridicule she has faced. With that, a couple minutes later, she soon lets go of Asta, saying, better now? And her saying, yeah, I'm fine. Seriously, a royal shouldn't look like that in front of a subject, saying, normally, no. You're not supposed to look like that in front of your subjects. Far from it. What soon she's saying, see? Saying, but I'm not your subject right now. I'm your friend, your comrade, your fellow Black Bulls member. After saying that, he sits right next to Noelle, saying, and whenever you need help with your magic, or you feel frustrated not being able to use your magic, you can always come to me. I'll help you out as much as I can. Within Noelle saying, you really are trying to help me out a lot. Why? Within us looking back, this is time as Noctis, as he looks back at all the times when both Gladio, Ignis, and his father all trained him to become a proper prince, a proper king. Within saying, let's just say you remind me of some little twerp that had a hard time figure things out himself and what he was good at as well. That's all. Within Well, saying, are you just trying to make fun of me? Saying, nah, I'm not trying to make fun of you, I promise. You just remind me of somebody, that's all. Somebody in the past. Within hearing that, Noelle saying, okay, Asta, I'll hold you to that. And not only that, you better not break your promise. Saying, I never break my promises, no matter what. That's just how it is. So, if you feel like it, I can train you now if you like. With soon she's saying, wait, right here now? Saying, definitely, come on, I'll teach you. But then after that, they get out of the room with Finn walking out, soon noticing, care to not eavesdrop as much? With all the Black Bull members actually hearing this, alongside Captain Yami as well, saying, oh, don't mind us. We're just going to our rooms as well. Nothing to see here, right, guys? With all of them trying to nod and trying to disarm the situation. Within Asta saying, get me a break. With Sood, Magnus saying, hey, if you don't have to feel like you have to hide yourself because you can't control your magic. We're all misfits here. And you don't just have to rely on Asta, your fellow newbie. We'll all help you out too, right? With then all of them begin nodding as well. With even Vanessa also willing to help out too. With that, Noelle feels a lot more grateful to be part of the Black Bulls. But when she looks at Asta, she can't help but blush with a smile on her face for some reason. But she ain't complaining for once in her life. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And I know I did something different than normal canon, where normally Noelle would have thrown a fit, thrown her Black Bull's robe on the ground, and then tried to quit while also trying to train, and then her magic goes out of control. Yeah, I decided to do something a little bit different instead of something like that, actually. Instead, since, well, Noelle almost reminds Asta/Noctis of himself back when he was a kid, it only seems right to help her out, actually, and speak to her the same way that Gladiolus and Regis would have spoken to, well, him when he was younger, of course. So yeah, that's just how I see it, and that's how I would feel about it. At any rate, if you guys like this, like and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my other videos when I upload. And also, please check out my Discord, gaming channel, side channel, and Patreon. So, with all that said, this is Mooky, signing out. Later, guys. Shiro Kitsune, finish it off, girl.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!